Something's not right here. Clown Man! You called? Yeah, Clown Man! I'll never get used to you doing that. Hello there, best friend in the entire universe. Clown Man, what did you do to my pantry? Why, I gave you the gift of candy, clown, and Diet Dr. Cola, Johnny Johnson. And what happened to my actual food? Oh, that. I couldn't find anywhere to put it, so I moved it into a storage unit down on 64th Avenue. Well, Clown Man, why exactly did you do all this? Simple, Johnny Johnson. We're best friends, and best friends do special things for each other on special occasions such as this one. Special occasions? What special occasion is it today? That's a good one, Johnny Johnson. As if you could ever forget the momentous importance of this day. Nope, I'm still not getting it. How silly. You know as well as I do that today is our friendversary. Oh. Yes, indeedy. We met each other for the first time on this very day, all those years ago. And, ooh! What is it, Clown Man? Look outside! Mail time! You could always... Wait a minute. Before rushing off. Here you go, Johnny Johnson. Apparently there's a high school reunion in a month. Wow, a high school reunion? That's gotta be one of the most exciting things I've ever been invited to. It seems pretty boring, honestly. And besides, there are a lot of people I knew in high school who I'd really rather not see again. But they cared enough about us to invite us. Do you really want to disappoint them? I'd be surprised if they even noticed we weren't there, Clown Man. Gee, all this talk of high school makes me appreciate the beginning of our friendship even more. Johnny Johnson, do you remember that fateful day all those years ago? You don't have to make it sound so dramatic. Yes I do, but as I've tried to forget it. It was our freshman year of high school. Our first semester had just started, and we were both trying our best to figure out just where we fit into this new environment. Yeah, Clown Man, I know. I was there. Little do we realize that our lives were soon about to change forever.
Not in the hallway, Johnson. Heads up, Johnson.
Oh, hey, Spencer. Nice one.
Hey, Johnny boy. You gonna try out for the basketball team?
Oh,
'Cause you better believe we're gonna try out. And we're gonna get on that team, 'cause we're the best basketball players in this town. With our athletic abilities, we're gonna rule the school. You in?
Oh, yeah, of course, Spencer, man. Of course.
Heck yeah, bro. Hey, John.
Yeah?
Bro! Ah!
And so, to summarize, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and now please turn to your partners to discuss what we have learned so far. Here we go again, John. Everyone else is already buddied up, and you're left all alone, as usual. Hi! Oh, hello. I'm Chef Clown Man. Well, I guess I'm not a chef yet, but that's the dream anyway. What's your name, friend? I think we're supposed to be talking about, like, school stuff or whatever. I'm John. What's your full name? My full name? Yep, your first, middle, and last names all together. My dad always says that you haven't truly met someone until you've learned their full name. Oh, I'm Johnny Johnson, I guess. Great to meet you, Johnny Johnson, I guess. It's just Johnny Johnson. What's going on here, mister? Clown Man. Mr. Clown Man, not only have you come to class late, but you're distracting Mr. Johnson with your nonsense. You all should be busy talking about mitochondria. Sorry about that, Mr. Bradley. Well, I'm afraid it's too late for your participation grades now. Alright, class, let's all get back together. Now, what do you all discuss with each other? Questions? Comments? Concerns? And that concludes today's discussion. By the way, it's best you go ahead and start thinking about your midterm assignment. It may be months away, but it's never too early to start planning. Do remember, you'll need a partner for it, given that. Now hold on a minute, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do! What the? Get out, Clown Man! Hi, Johnny Johnson. You again? 'Tis true, Johnny Johnson. You know, most people just call me John. Wow, you have a lot of interesting stories, Johnny Johnson. Anyway, did you hear what Mr. Bradley said? You mean about mitochondria? No, at the end of class. About the school bell? Not that either. He said we should start thinking about our midterms. Oh yeah, look, no one else is gonna listen to him, so it won't be that big a deal if you don't either. He said we'll need a partner. How would you like to work on it together? With you? Well, actually, I'd rather... Find a partner, everyone! Wait, what about me?
Well, John, I guess I can just be your partner on this one.
No partner assessment! You fail, Mr. Johnson! But I already told you I couldn't find a partner. That's hardly my concern! You know what? Actually, I don't really have anything to lose. Sure, I guess I'll be your partner. Yay! So what do partners do? Well, you know, when it's actually time to work on the assignment, they... well, work on it together. Cool. Do you think some of that work could be kitchen work? Because I do love to cook. I really don't know if... Say, is there anything you like to do? I don't know, I like basketball, I guess. And watching movies is pretty fun. There's a new one that's coming out called City of Action that looks great. City of Action? Does that movie have action in it? Well, yeah, it's an action movie. I never liked action movies. I much prefer Meat Rangers, the motion picture. Meat Rangers? Isn't that show kind of geeky? Probably. It's my favorite show of all time. Okay then. Is there anything else you like? Besides cooking, I mean. I always enjoy clowning. Watch this. Okay, I get the point. Do you really want everyone in the hallway to see you like this? Like what? Like an idiot. None of those things are gonna make you very popular around here, clown man. What do you mean? I guess you still haven't figured out how things work around here. Which things? The lockers? Because the janitor showed me how those work. You just turn the dial on the lock and... Which things? The whole darn school! You seem to be the one person who hasn't figured out that everything here is kind of based on a certain system. You mean the metric system? No, you idiot! The Dewey Decimal System? No! I mean the system of cool versus uncool. If you want to be treated well, you have to do what the cool kids are doing. And the cool kids definitely aren't doing any of those weird clown tricks. Well, my mom says that just being yourself makes you the coolest kid in the world. Yeah! Quiet, clown man! It's literally the most embarrassing thing you can possibly say!
Yo, clown! Is the circus in town right now?
Yeah, actually. In fact, my dad's selling popcorn there. I bet if you introduce yourself to him, maybe you should let him keep your costume.
Yeah, you dork. Why don't you get your clothes at the sports shop like a normal person?
Maybe I should, see if the vending machine's working again.
Gee, John. Why are you hanging out with that kid? I knew you were a loser, but I thought you were better than that.
You see, clown man? People don't like it when you act like that, or talk like that, or look like that. Maybe you should at least get a jacket like mine. They sell them at the school, you know. Well, I do have this jacket. Ah yes, this coat really has done well for me over the years. Maybe we should bring it to the reunion. I keep telling you, the reunion. And look here, here's my math book. Ooh, you can see the doodling I did in there. Ooh, and here's a cafeteria tray I accidentally took home that one day. Boy, we better pack big suitcases for the reunion if we want to accurately replicate the experience. Clown man, the reunions never accurately replicate the experience. They're still awful, but they're awful in a different way. Just say hello to people you haven't thought about in a decade and a half and listen to cheesy, boring speeches. We don't need to go. Even if we did, we definitely wouldn't need to bring any suitcases. Come on, Johnny Johnson. High school may have been awful, but it also was great. Are you forgetting all about the story we're in the process of remembering? That question doesn't even make sense, clown man. Ooh, my high school yearbook. Hey, it's us, Johnny Johnson, and that looks like it's Mr. Bradley's classroom. Boy, do we make a lot of memories in there, which reminds me of the next part of our story. Ooh, what are you drawing, Johnny Johnson? Shh, we're in class right now, clown man. Excuse me, why are you two talking? This is my class, not yours. Sorry, Mr. Bradley. Sorry doesn't feed the chickens, Johnson. I was just trying to make friends. Friends? You're in here to learn, Mr. Clownman. I guarantee that your current relationships with the people in this room will be irrelevant in a month's time. But I'm here to discuss things which stay the same year after year. Nutritional science. Now, our body's biology reacts very differently to different categories of food. By far the worst for your sweets. Cookies, cakes, candies, you name it. They'll wreak all manner of havoc on you, and the worst of the sweets are cola drinks. They contain truly obscene amounts of sugar. If you consume them, you will face consequences which you'll never be able to escape. There are absolutely no circumstances in which it's okay to drink cola. What is it, Mr. Clownman? Does Diet Dr. Cola count as cola? Oh yes. Don't be fooled by that diet in its title. That beverage is the most sugary and unhealthy of all. Well, there's a whole collection of studies on just how inexcusable the drink's existence is. Those studies are all biased. If you want the truth about a product, you have to listen to the people selling the product. Clownman, do not fill my classroom with such idiotic propaganda! But I love Diet Dr. Cola, and I know that no one who makes something as good as Diet Dr. Cola could possibly be bad. You're walking on thin ice, Mr. Clownman. Actually, I'm sitting down right now. That's it! Detention after class! Now getting back on track. Boy, I'm glad I'm not the one with detention. I'd hate to miss the basketball tryouts after class.
Okay, I'm sure we all have plans tonight, so let's make this quick. First up, let's do some sprints. We're running to the nearest free throw line, then back, then the half-court line, then back, then the farthest free throw line, then back, then the end of the court, then back. Clear?
Wait, what?
Some of us certainly need some work. But but you could still be salvageable. Let's try to make some baskets. Spencer, you're first. You know it. Very impressive. Anyone want to go next? No? Well, how about you?
Oh, sure, I guess.
Well, that was disappointing, but maybe you can save yourself. Oof, tough break, kid. I'm afraid you're not what we're looking for right now.
Wait, I can try again.
Well, that would hardly be fair to the rest of us, Good luck elsewhere. Next! You're sure not the basketball star I am, dude. I hope you'll still watch my games, though.
Oh, I definitely will, Spencer. See you. Oh, hi, Johnny Johnson. Good to see you here. Look, things are bad enough without you. Aw, sorry to hear that. My day hasn't been great either. I could never have thought getting detention would be so mean. Well, sorry. You did say some pretty stupid stuff in class today, but they definitely shouldn't have sent you to detention for it. Ooh. Do you have any plans tonight? Not really. I mean, I'll probably have some pizza for dinner, watch that new TV show they're doing, and then go to bed. Sounds fun, but I have an even better idea. Maybe we can do something at my house. Ooh, you're gonna love my dad. He just might be even funnier than I am. That's not a very impressive achievement, and I somehow still doubt he'll actually reach it. Anyway, I want to walk home together? Not really. Great. I don't remember which direction I live in, but I know I'll be able to find it. I certainly remember where I live nowadays. I don't remember where the high school is, though. Do you? Well, yeah, but I still don't want to go. Come on, Johnny Johnson, what about our history? Going back to that school would be the perfect way to honor it. Just look at it. It's surreal to think we might be heading back there in a month. I get that you're excited, but I'm just not. As I keep saying, it'll just be awkward hellos, some speeches, and a dinner, and, if there's a dinner, I won't be able to cook that night. But then again, I could do overtime at the town cafe the night before to make up for it. Ooh, look! There's the part that you signed! That note looks to be incomplete. You see? That signature signifies everything great about our high school experience. I knew right from the start that we would be the best of friends, which is exactly why I wanted my dad to meet you. I knew we'd find it eventually. Remind me why I agreed to this. Because, Johnny Johnson, I dare say that we're becoming friends. Hello there, son. I see you're back from school. Why, on the subject of school, what do you call a meeting that takes place at the front of a classroom? A chalkboard meeting! See what I mean about how funny he is, Johnny Johnson? Yes and no. Oh, right. Dad, this is Johnny Johnson. Nice to meet you, Johnny Johnson. I've heard you're quite a nice kid. I'm so happy to meet you. I wish you could also meet my other son, Minix, but alas, he's away in Delishopolis doing important work. I'm not sure what kind of work exactly. On the subject of not knowing things, what do you call it when you have to combine two things together, but you're not sure how? Confusing! Get it, Johnny Johnson? Combining two things together would be fusing them, and if you don't know how, it would be confusing. I guess my son must have already told you that one. Or maybe it's just not funny. He sure was wrong when he said you had a good sense of humor, Johnny Johnson. You know, most people just call me John. Well, like I always say, you haven't truly met someone until you've learned their full name. Sure, but just because you know my full name doesn't mean you have to keep saying it. Why do you both keep doing that? Why indeed, Johnny Johnson. That's exactly what I... You know what? Never mind. Look, I'll see you later, Clown Man. I guess I'll have to start the group project at some point, but for now I'm going home. So, Dad, what do you think? He'll make a good friend, son. He'll make a good friend. What's going on today, John I. Johnson? Nothing really. I had a great time working on the project with you, John I. Johnson, and just having you over. Before I met you, I don't know how long it was since I had a friend over. I wonder why that would be the case. Anyway, I was wondering if you wanted to come over again tonight. How about it? What? No way, Clown Man. Well, come to think of it. Ow!
Got him!
Oh!
I see you're still hanging around with that loser clown, eh, John? Well, how about I give you a leg up? The big game, tonight. Be there.
Yeah, man, see you there. Sorry, Clown Man, but I, for one, am going to try to make some actual friends for once. But he seems like a bit of a mean person, which is the exact opposite of you. What about being yourself? Sorry. And now we present the national anthem. We haven't really gotten around to practicing the rest.
And let the game begin!
And that's the game! Spencer's made the winning shot! He's a true hero, and I would say that all of you students out there should aspire to be more like him! John Johnson! John Johnson! What are you doing here? I remembered you were going to be here, John Johnson, and I just had to tell you the news. What news? I just got a job as a waiter over at Yummy's. It's a perfect way for me to enter the world of food preparation, and if I do a good job at Yummy's, maybe they'll promote me to head chef. At the very least, it's a good backup plan if my dream job of being a chef at the town cafe doesn't work out. And you felt the need to tell me this why?
Well, well, well. If it isn't that dorky duo.
Hey, Spencer.
Alright, Johnson. This has gone far enough.
What do you mean?
John, we're friends, aren't we?
We are? Yeah, of course we are.
Yeah. Well then, I'm telling you this for your own good. This Clownman guy over here, he's an idiot. And worse than that, he's a dorky idiot. He's uncool. You don't want to be around him, man.
I guess you might have a point.
Yeah, man. Stick with me. Come to my games. Cheer me on. I'll even make you, let you do my math homework for me. You could finally be part of the in-crowd, like you've always wanted. Just stop being friends with Clownman.
John Johnson, what are you doing?
Come on, man. It's me or him. Clownman or Spencer. Come on. Leave that clown crying in the dust. Come with us. We're gonna celebrate my basketball skills over at Yummy's. Sounds like we could get Clownman here to serve us. That's about all he's good for, after all.
I want to go with you, Spencer, I really do, but do what you have to do, John Johnson. If you don't want to be friends anymore, I'll miss you, but I'll respect your decision. No matter what happens, we'll have been friends for a little bit, and that will be enough for me if it really has to be. If nothing else, we'll always have Town High School.
Boo! Ah! Gee, John, why are you hanging out with that kid? I knew you were a loser, but I thought you were better than that.
Wow, you have a lot of interesting stories, John Johnson. Oh, hi, John Johnson. Good to see you here. John Johnson, I dare say that we're becoming friends.
Well, man, I'm waiting. Make your choice.
You know, Spencer, you almost had me there. I really thought I wanted to be friends with you. I thought you were one of the cool kids. But you know what? I think I've already been friends with one of the cool kids this whole time. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that just being yourself makes you the coolest kid in the world.
That's literally the most embarrassing thing you could possibly say. Well, whatever, bro. See you around like never.
Hey! None of that was okay, Spencer. If there's one thing I won't stand for, it's people talking in my class. Wait, that came out wrong. I mean, if there's one thing I won't stand for, it's bullying. You'll have detention with me for the rest of the school year. Wow, thanks, Mr. Bradley. I didn't know you cared. I guess a lot of you kids don't like me very much, but I'm just always so hard on you all because deep down I really care about making sure your futures turn out alright. But don't tell any of your classmates I said that. It might ruin my reputation. Come on now, that was a joke! Oh! Are you two alright after that? I'm doing great. I suppose I've been worse. Believe it or not, I dealt with a lot of bullies when I was a kid. Surely you jest. Yeah, somehow I believe it. That's what I noticed what Spencer was doing to you two immediately. I told that nice Mr. Bradley about what was happening, and we agreed to confront Spencer together in order to make him stop being so mean. Wow, thanks. Is my dad alright? The best dad in the world. Speaking of being mean, what do you call a cow who is acting unkind towards his peers? A bully! Get it, John Allie Johnson? It's funny because bulls are cows, and the word bully, which is defined as a person who is mean towards others, starts with bull. Oh, how comical. Hilarious. Oh, John Allie Johnson, I have a good feeling about this. I think we'll be friends forever. On the subject of being friends, what would you call a boat that you were chartering with a buddy of yours? That's right, a friendship! I can't say I miss high school, but you know, there definitely were some good things about it in hindsight. I can't deny you were, and are, annoying, and I'll probably always get annoyed with you sometimes, but you certainly cared more about what was best for me than Spencer did. I may not have been sure about it at the time, but I definitely made the right choice that night. Aw, thank you, John Allie Johnson. I made the right choice too, when I saw you and knew that we'd be the greatest of friends. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, things have worked out pretty well for us. You see, that high school is part of our history. Wouldn't it be wonderful to go back there and relive what started it all? I admit I'm starting to see your point, but I still don't think I'm interested. You can go back if you like, though. It's like we were talking about way back then. The best thing to do is be yourself. If I don't want to go, that's perfectly fine, and if you do want to go, that's fine too. People like Spencer will always exist to say otherwise, but there's nothing wrong with all of us taking different paths. I suppose you're right, John Allie Johnson. I don't understand how anyone would want to miss such a momentous occasion, but I'm sure I'll still love it just as much knowing that you're happy I'm there. That makes sense, I guess. Anyway, we have a whole month to decide on what happens. Maybe I'll change my mind by then. You never know, best friend. Well, this sure is a satisfying resolution. I'm not sure it's technically a resolution, Clown. Maybe we didn't really decide what we'd do. Or did we? Anyway, for now, I'd better put this yearbook back in my room of memories. Well, look, John Allie Johnson, my high school yearbook. It's been a while since we looked at that. Clownman, we just looked at it a few minutes ago. Oh yeah. Well, let it forever remind us of basketball games, mitochondria, projects, classrooms, bullies, and, of course, each other. Oh yeah, and my dad. Did someone mention me? Yeah! Oh, hi, Dad. We were just telling a story of how me and John Allie Johnson met. Ooh, a classic story. On the subject of stories, what writing utensils do you use to draw within books? Bookmarkers. You've still got it, Dad. Well, I guess you certainly still have whatever you had when I first met you. Say, I do love that tale of days gone by. Can you tell it again, son? Of course. It was our freshman year of high school. Our first semester had just started. Well, I suppose I'll be here a while.